And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the very first part of the main scenario quest for 3.0 Heavensward in, I guess, this area. I guess this is our base camp, the Intercessory in Corfus, where we ended up the end of the patch 2.55 story. So anyway, and as always, hello from Mithrie. So let's now talk to Alphinaud. Let's get on with it. Let's go to Ishgard. So the quest is called Coming to Ishgard. So the time for action has come, and Alphinaud knows what he must do. Ooh, cutscene.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphinaud.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Yay.
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
We can hope.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
Awesome. So let's speak to Harshfont. So I must go on and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the Gates of Judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names, and they will allow you to pass. You shall pass! My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then. Nice. So that's it. It is finally time. After all these years of dreaming and hoping and ringing the doorbell and whatever else to go through the Gates of Judgment. I did try a few episodes ago to find the doorbell. I wasn't able to find it, but whatever. They're home now, so I guess they are willing to let us in. So to get to the Gates of Judgment, you literally just need to go a minute to the west of Camp Dragonhead, if you don't already know, and go right here to the Steps of Faith. I see a Numo. So I'm already like a quarter of the way to 51. Oh yeah, that's a point. So we will look at the class list. Nice. So you can see here Dark Knight, Machinist, Astrologian, which we need to unlock at some point. So here is the Temple Knight Gate Guard. So, Wards of House Fortems. Ah yes, you may pass. Well, that was easy. Proceed to Ishgard? Yes.
And so they came, at a friend's behest. Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
Yay. Yeah, I mean, everything else he said was sad, but I'm just really happy to get into Ishgard. Finally.
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Halone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
Oh yeah. I just got the chills. That was awesome. Wow, so many people here. Let's talk to him. To House Fortem's manservant. So, greetings, Mistress Menethil. On behalf of House Fortems, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Okay, so when they say go to the Pillars, this is like a moment to explore. So what we're going to quickly do, we're going to just unlock the Aephorite. And we're going to also unlock the little Aphinaud's as well. So that we have quick access around the town. And I will do another episode which will literally just be exploring Ishgard, like learning where everything is, what's on offer in this town, and so on. But for now, let's unlock these Alphinauds. Wow, there's so many people here. And that's one. So this first one's called the Forgotten Knight. Not sure where the next one is. Might be down these steps. Okay. That's that one. So if we quickly teleport back to the main one, and then we can go back to this one before we go into the pillars. See, we're using them already. Nice, nice, nice. So going up here. Okay, that's the last Alphinaud. There's a Chocobo Keep there. That's cool. Okay, this one's called Sky Steel Manufactory. Let's see, the pillars. So we want to go right there. So let's go down the... I'll tell you what, actually. Let's go to the... Which entrance should we go to? Ishgard is surprisingly massive. But let's work our way around the all of the Alphinauds, and then we'll carry on the quest. Let's just get the attuning done. Well, they've made these zone lines a bit more obvious than before. Bigger and brighter. I really... For my next PC, I want to be playing this game at 4K. You know, that is the target, that is the dream. So... And when I get to that point, I will be a very happy man. There's a whole bunch of vendors here, which I will explore in one of the exploration videos, because obviously we're going to need to learn what vendors sell what, in case it's useful for crafting later. But as I said in my Heavensward prep guide, first things first, level 60 Paladin, or as of my first class, finish the 3.0 story, and then I'll do other stuff. I will not allow the other components of the expansion to overwhelm me, because that is a very common thing to happen in expansions. It's like you might get so distracted by so many different things that you end up not getting anything done. So I'm trying to stay focused. My focus is the story. And the story's going to be long, guys, so, you know, I'll try and keep each episode to about an hour, but expect maybe even 20 episodes just for the story of Heavensward. And please, please, don't be someone who rushes through the story and doesn't read everything and hear everything. Don't be that guy. Don't be the person who rushed to 60 and then missed the entire lore, the entire everything of the game. Okay, this place is called the Tribunal. So, this one and this one to go. You know, you play these games. This game, like MMOs generally, are usually the only game you play. You like any single player games you play are just a distraction, nothing more. And so take your sweet time. Simple as that. There is no glory whatsoever in being the first to accomplish anything. You know, really enjoy it to the absolute max. You only add, like on average, you only add about 10, 20, 30, 40% time to the story pass by reading it all. But who knows how much more enjoyment you're going to have by doing it. I still need to learn where all the different routes through this town. I'm sure I'll get used to it as time goes on. So one more Alphinaud. Oh my god, there's a lot of people. Well, of course, the entire server's here. Makes sense. The last vigil. So you have attuned yourself to all Alphinauds in Ishgard. The Gates of Judgment are now accessible as an Alphinaud destination. Awesome. So if I want to go back to Corvus, I can go straight through the Gates of Judgment. And I'm sure when I actually unlock the new zones for the expansion that a couple more options connected to Ishgard will become available. So anyway, here's Hearthfront, buried between 1 million players. So the Warrior of Light and her brave companions walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. Yeah, tell me about it. I cannot tell you how long I have waited for this day. Allow me to present you my family home, Four Temps Manor. I shall like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. Okay, that's complete.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing. I, Count Edmond de Fortomp, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortomp, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortomp.
The honor is mine, Master Alphinaud. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city?
Good idea.
You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Yep. Nice, nice, nice. So let's proceed on to the next quest. So the next quest is called Taking in the Sights. And we can select, geez, 115 gear, really? Well, nice. I mean, let's see. Let's compare this 115 gear to what I already have. I've got 130 gear, so obviously, but I'll probably use it for some other class, just for the sake of it. And also, yeah, silver piece not worth it. So, or in theory, I could sell them, but there'll probably be 1 million of these on the market board very soon, so there's no point. So anyway, so it's called Taking in the Sights. Alphinaud has a mind to learn more about Ishgard. Though our friends in House Fortemps have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to stop and where to hear small talk. To would seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust. Yes, my lord. So those documents identify you as wards of House Fortemps. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortemps, but let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Mithrie, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go. This is awesome. Nice. So let's do the next quest. So, Fortemps manservant. So, as this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendour of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see at first. I shall then show you around the jewelled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to Foundation's Aephorite Square. If there are no questions... Nice, nice, nice. So let's go. Nice. So we have friends everywhere. So let's do this. So we're going now to the Hoplon. The Hoplon being the main castle of Ishgard. Here he is, cutscene. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is of course the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Forden's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphinaud. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Forden the First to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Alesse, or Alaise, our master of the markets. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, hello, hello. Everyone's waving at everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so let's go down here. I still eventually need to learn the names of all these Alphinets, but let's try now, actually. Let's try and get used to it now. So we want to go to the market. So this place is called the Jeweled Crozier. There you go, the Jeweled Crozier. Cool. So, well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, wards of House Fortemps. How very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable... Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever your desire, it can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aephorite Plaza Foundation. If everyone is ready... Cool. So let's continue this tour of Ishgard. So that we can teleport straight to the Aephorite Plaza. Okay. There we go. So, and here we have Foundation's Aephorite Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aephorite, it would be wise to do so now. So let's complete. So what shall we take? Mithrite Circlet of Striking for Monk? I don't know if I even need it, that's the thing. Yeah, my Monk's got 110 gear. Rogue, Ninja, Lancer. I'll tell you what, let me just take ninja stuff for lols. Okay, so let's continue our tour. So the next quest is called The Better Half. So your guide is eager to continue your tour of Ishgard. And we're approaching halfway to 51 already. So as for our next destination... Mayhap we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Skysteel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The holy stables where chocobos are trained for war also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights, most heavenly, while to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphinaud. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveller. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take a turn down the Hopflong and gawp at the statues. Well, if you've a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid'll let you. So my humblest apologies, Master Alphinaud. Pray pay that drunken lot no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Mithrie. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say that we might learn of recent events? Then I'm coming too. Okay. So let's go to the Forgotten Knight, which is right there. So let's rely heavily on the map for now to learn which way to go. So we have to take a right. Here we go. Oh. I wonder what this... Let the clan hunt begin. Okay, so we can do clan hunting at level 53. Okay. So, must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard, and we are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments, Master Gibralont. Yeah, just Gibralont will do. And I'm flattered that you think so highly of my establishment. I can't promise it will live up to your expectations, but it's decent food and drink you're after. You could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights and so forth, dropping in on their way to and from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the Yevons broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was a broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protections of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about it, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend that you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphinaud, I think it would be best if we return to Fortemps Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphinaud. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh please, do you know how often I looked after the Waking Sands and the Rising Stones by myself? If I had a guild for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Tataru, Mithrie and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. Cool. So let's go back to Fortemps Manor. So Fortemps Manor was the pillars. Where is Fortemps Manor? I'm trying to remember. Wow. How did I forget already? That shows what I know. Maybe there's an Alphinaud that'll take me right there. So let's see. Last Vigil, the broom. The cathedral. I actually don't know where it is. Fortemps Manor. Oh, here it is. So it's right there. So let's go to the last Vigil. Silly me. I'm still new to the area, so I need to learn where everything is. Okay. There is Fortemps Manor. Cool. So let's talk to Count Edmund de Fortemps. So tell us then, Master Alphinaud, does Ishgard meet your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left to the Heavensward Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end up in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The Evans did not discriminate. Unarmed men, women, and even children were given no quarter. Sir Aymeric has ordered the knights to strengthen our defences, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yes, alas. Able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphinaud. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard needs is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? So, for what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources and identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mistress Mithrie, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Orthriel and Amani Lane in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honoured guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Mistress Mithrie the respect she deserves. This is a woman who slew Gaius van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. She's not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mistress Mithrie, I shall be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. I am a disciple of the hand. Anyway, my thanks, Fury willing. They may even learn something from you. Nice, so let's complete the quest. So, 'twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fourtemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the court will face considerable opposition from his peers, or the count, I should say, will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. So he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may foreseeably bring me in contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I may that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Fair enough. So let's see, Bard, we don't need Bard gear. Scholar, Astrologian, 115, I guess. Black Mage, yeah, let's go for the healer stuff, so that's complete. So, I think this is a good time to stop this first episode, and now you can see it's branched off into 2 quests as well for the main story. So, that's it for the first part of the main scenario of Heavensward. We've got to Ishgard, we've explored Ishgard, we've seen a bit of the story and the amount of work that needs to be done here. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.